It's full-time reaction to Livingston 0, Celtic 3 here at the Toni Macaroni. I've got Darren with me to go over the game. Darren, that's a massive 3 points for us today, coming off the back of a European game, a tough venue where we don't have a great record. But I think it's always important to try and get the first goal in these games, and to get it early was brilliant for us. What a finish for Kyogo, wasn't it?
Yep, and he needed that. He needed the confidence because he's been very low on it recently, and he's been lacking the goals, but that'll do him a world of good, getting that early goal. And I think we started the game as we should have. The intensity was there. I think the pitch obviously doesn't help, but when it's been raining all night, it makes the ball zip about that surface, and I think that kind of played into our hands a wee bit. And then I thought after the goal the game kind of dulled down a wee bit until half time, but I think the second half was much better. We were in more intense, and I don't think Livingston even got another half once, to be honest. Joe Hart, I don't even remember him really making a save, to be honest. He was able to distribute the ball a few times, but I don't remember actually making a proper save. And got to compliment Greg Taylor again. That finish was fantastic on his 100th appearance. Just absolutely delighted for him. And then obviously Jota coming back for injury and get a goal as well. That's a great return for him.
Greg Taylor, prolific. Gets a winner last week, scores again today. It's early days, obviously, but I've seen a few shouts already. He's putting up a good case for Player of the Year so far, isn't he?
Yep, he's probably our most consistent player, I think. You know, Kyogo's had spells, Jota's had spells, Giakoumakis, Carter Vickers, but I think with Greg Taylor he's so consistent. You're getting a 7 or 8 out of 10 at him every single game, and his work rate as well. It's incredible. You can tell he's played in the Scottish League. I think he's got that aggression about him, and he just knows what it is to play for Celtic, I think. And you know, he's only getting better and better, in my opinion. And if he keeps playing like this, he's probably going to be Player of the Season.
I think his attitude's been outstanding. He's obviously improved so much since Sanj came to the club, but I think he deserves credit for developing his game in an attacking sense, because that was one of the, even though it was height and people targeting him with long balls defensively at times, people used to criticise his attacking output, but I think he's grown in confidence in that area, and he deserves all the credit in the world. I thought the first 20-25 minutes today we were really good without the ball, aggressive, because you know Livingston are going to be aggressive. We penned them in, we were winning it back, not allowing them to get up the pitch really. I thought O'Reilly was really good in terms of that today, winning the ball back. Moy as well. Moy was back in the team today in the starting lineup. Obviously in so often because McGregor's out of the team just now, but what have you made of him in there?
Yep, I think he's doing okay in my opinion. I can't really have any major flaws in his performances. I think he can be a bit slow at times, and it really slows the pace of the game down, especially when we're trying to break from attacking. Me personally, I would put him in the holding role. I know he did kind of start there at first when he was coming on when McGregor was fit, but also now McGregor's out, he's kind of moved up one and O'Reilly's sat. Me personally, I would swap them over, but you know, it's the manager obviously knows what he's doing, and we're getting results. So I think Moy's doing an okay job. So I would definitely keep him in the team at least.
You can tell. I think if he was 2 or 3 years younger, he'd be even better, because there is times where he's just a wee bit slow. It's like his feet can't move as quick as his mind wants them to. But I think you can tell he's a really intelligent footballer. Good performance again today. But in the second half, as you touched on earlier, the tempo was much better. I thought just towards the end of the first half we were getting a wee bit sluggish in the final third. Hesitant with crosses and final passes, and Livingston were just sort of closing the spaces, but much better in the second half, and we could have killed the game 3 or 4 much earlier than we did.
Yeah, obviously we got the penalty, which I'll need to watch back because it was over the other end. A VAR decision for handball final in our favour this time. Don't know what's going through Willie Collins' mind. They must be having a good weekend or something. But yeah, as you say, we had a few chances to kill off the game, but listen, we were clinical when we had to be, and 3-0 is a more than comfortable result, I think.
I don't know why Giakoumakis took the penalty. It was his first touch of the ball, I think. He obviously missed a penalty against Livingston last season. He always goes for the same corner, I think. You know, that the keeper's right hand side, bottom corner. I think every penalty I've seen him hit, he always goes there, and I think he missed a penalty against Livingston last season as well, didn't he? In that 0-0 game,
so I would keep him off penalties for it. Obviously Juranovic wasn't on the park, but I would keep him off penalties for a bit anyway. Let somebody else have a shot.
McGregor's took a couple as well, and obviously he's out just now, but you've got to hit the target, haven't you? You've got to hit the target to give yourself a chance of scoring. Big boost for us today to have Jota back. He comes off the bench, gets the third goal a couple of minutes after the penalty miss. Really nice ball into the channel for Turnbull, who times his run, makes that darting run in between the centre halves, times it perfectly, square for Jota, and brilliant to have him back and on the score sheet.
Yeah, honestly, I can't wait to have him back up to full fitness as well, because it's actually bad that he's coming back at this time because the World Cup's coming up, and then we'll not see him for a bit. So, I mean, listen, at least we'll have him back from Madrid, and maybe he can get up to a bit of fitness as well, and then we've still got a few games before the break for the World Cup, so great to have him back.
Would you make a Haksabanovic today? I thought, particularly in that first half, he was one when he was getting in dangerous positions one-on-one with the full-back, just lacking that end product at times, but you can see his quality.
I wanted him to start take the full-backs on a wee bit. I think there was times where they managed to get him one-on-one with the full-back, and instead of taking him on, he held the play up, waiting for the overlap for Hatate or Taylor. So I think that's his attributes. I think he's so good with the ball at his feet that he should be taking players on and beating them. I think he was just maybe a bit hesitant sometimes because there was so many Livingston players in their box, and I think he thought if he took on a fullback that he was just going to be running into a brick wall anyway, so he probably thought I'll just hold the ball up and then try and get a cross in.
I thought Kyogo's all-round performance today, aside for the goal, which we've already talked about, was good as well. Giakoumakis comes on. They are sharing the minutes now. Giakoumakis had a couple of starts recently. Do you think he'll switch it around again on Wednesday night against Real Madrid and put Giakoumakis back in, or would you stick with Kyogo?
No, I think he's going to play Kyogo. I think because we'll probably not have a lot of the ball on Wednesday night, and I think he's just going to play Kyogo because, as we've talked about so much, Kyogo's pressing off the ball is fantastic. So I think he'll just put Kyogo in there just to try and stop those Real Madrid defenders playing out for the back as much, because I think Giakoumakis is more of a penalty box striker. He doesn't do the running that Kyogo does, so I think he'll play Kyogo, but I mean everybody else will have their own opinions, I suppose.
6 points out of 6 for Tynecastle and here today. That's massive for us, isn't it? Because that's two of our toughest away games of the season, and you know that everybody will be looking at those two games for us thinking, well, Celtic drop points, but we've come out with maximum points. A European game sandwiched in between them as well, so massive for us to get maximum points for the two games.
Mate, what a start to a season we're having. I think, is that 11 and 12 now? Yeah. That's a record that I don't think will get spoke about enough.
I think I keep saying in recent weeks in the build-up as well, it's the most goals we've scored this soon into the season since 66-67, so playing brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, even though that game against Hearts last week, 4 goals is huge. Even to concede 3 goals and still win a game, that shows tremendous character. Obviously, every game's not going to be as tough as that, but when you get a game like Livingston, which is notoriously a bogey ground for Celtic, and listen, we coasted that today, and we don't usually coast here, so I can only see us building on this tremendous start to the season. Well, see, to be honest, we're not even at the start of the season, we're almost at the midpoint, I think, and we're still here talking about only 1 loss away from home, so I think it's a great start, or a great middle of the season. Let's just keep progressing on this. Got the World Cup coming up soon, then we can move on from there and push on for the title.
Aye. Lots of good individual performances today. Can you single somebody out for your man of the match?
I'm going to say Greg Taylor, because 100th appearance for Celtic. Great finish. Doesn't usually score much goals, even though he scored last week. Great strike. First time on the outside of the box. Don't usually see a full-back scoring a goal like that. So, yeah, brilliant for Greg Taylor. Delighted for him.
Aye, I'll go Taylor as well, but I thought there was so many encouraging performances across the pitch, and you need that coming to a place like this today. There you go, a massive 3 points for the Hoops. Like this video, comment with your own thoughts on the game below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Jump over for the Twitter reaction, and if you don't see that, we'll see you in Madrid during the week. Cheers.